group everyone up.
Exactly, and we can see here, honestly, I feel that the Eve is definitely going to go into the mid lane and the Faramis will go for the roam, and then Marsha will go into the EXP. So all you're left with is your jungler and your tank. Oh, wait, no, you have a roam. Oh, yeah, sorry, your jungler and your marksman, right?
Well,
So,
at least for
jungler and marksman.
that's the thing about the side for Team SMG. We are looking at EXP lane, EXP lane, the mages as well as the roamer races built by SMG. Now, looking at previous SMG games, we have seen before SMG played before Atlas, so they may actually pick that up for themselves as well, due to the fact that they would want to play in close proximity as well as teamfight composition. Now that Zion did not pick up the Atlas, SMG can actually snag that for themselves. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. Julian being picked up from Zion would eventually put us to think who exactly is going to be playing into the EXP and who's going to be the jungle.
Honestly, I feel that picking up the Alice would be great, because if Zion were to pick up that Alice, Fatal Links plus the enhanced knockup coming out from the Julian is going to hurt. It's definitely going to hurt, and then the follow-up from that Lilia and Vanix on the Paquito, they're just going to go crazy.
It's a dream composition for Zion to have an Atlas, but I don't think that Team SMG is going to let the Atlas go so easily. We do have the Benedetta that is currently being played by Team SMG, as well as a Bruno into the hands of Enya. So this is interesting, right? Because we are looking at we're gonna be looking at a Benedetta that hits over to the jungle, and Bruno that works his way into the front to back kind of synergy. So technically speaking, it does make sense because of the fact that Zion doesn't really quite have any heroes that is relatively tanky. With the pickup of a Paquito as well as a Julian, the EXP laners are not as tanky as heroes such as a Masha, for example. So having backliners such as Benedetta to really melt down the backlines, having Rum to just jump himself right into the faces of Claude if he managed to seize it, I can see what kind of game plan that they are looking for. And with Faramis, they don't have to think so much and be too afraid about jumping the gun.
Wow, Azura X is going to be playing onto the Grok today. So it's going to be a big lane swap right now. So Wonderstruck is going to be playing that EXP instead of Azura on the mage.
Now, we have the idea that Vanix is going to be playing onto the Julian. As such, it is going to be a jungle Julian. We know that jungle Julian clears the creeps pretty darn slow. So the problem is, how will Vanix hold himself up before he reaches level 3? That is always the question. So we're gonna have to take a look if whether SMG will be able to invade into the enemy side, having a Benedetta, a Yves, and a Faramis. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this next game that will be casted in by Vertigo and SCRUBBYCHEEKS.
Well, we have game number 1 locked and loaded for us. Team SMG up against Team Zion. Now, looking at these first drafts, I think it's very interesting that, you know, there are a number of role swaps coming through, like you mentioned, Vertigo, on the side of Zion. So recognizing that so far maybe some things haven't worked out for them, they're trying to figure things out. So maybe this is the game that they figure out their game plan, and bottom side getting pressure.
So much pressure here and a very big rotation, especially for Latte on that Lilia. So that's going to be suffering for him because he is going to miss out on one full wave of minions creep right now. But SMG, they look pretty sturdy with this lineup.
For sure. I mean, looking at their game plan, right? We talked about how they intend to group up with the Faramis, with the Yves and real world manipulation, and you top that off with Bruno as well. You're also expecting Zion to be able to contest against Zion when they come up against these team fights. But I think what I like also is when they locked in that Benedetta together with the Marsha. It seems like a second condition for them. They are able to split push if they wanted to do so.
Yep, but at the same time, Ram just got pressured them by Wonderstruck. What a play there. Along with Vanix too. With a big gang coming out like that. Rum runs very low on HP. But at the same time, they are getting the turtle set up right now. On the side of Zion, they do have that map control. How is Joxxx going to play this out? Will he be able to contest his very first turtle in fact? And oh, Wonderstruck wins the 1v2 for the gold crab.
Well, Joe needs to get his ultimate, and I think he just hit level 4. So if they choose to use that to contest the turtle, potentially they might be able to force Zion away from this zone. But it looks like both teams are loaded here. They want to be able to take this. Davey tries to pull the Shadow Stampede, doesn't successfully do so. Here comes the grid, locks in the shots from heaven, but will it be enough? Joxxx comes in to secure that with a retribution together with one onto Wonderstruck.
That's a very big trade there coming out. Trading out Dairy for Wonderstruck. That is going to be big coming out from SMG, especially getting a turtle and taking down Wonderstruck. And let's take a look at the emblems right now. Weapon Master, we have good movement speed here and armor penetration coming out. And alongside that, Benedetta is going to go onto that jungle emblem. But everything seems, yeah. Oh, but we do have the cooldown and movement speed coming out from that Claude. So that's going to be... That's how Claude plays, right? And everything else... Oh, we have the Festival of Blood on the side of Wonderstruck too on that Paquito. Everything seems well-rounded. Everything seems to be in order. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's great.
Everything is great.
Everything is great.
I think for Davey also, he chose to use the pull yourself together, which gives him even more reduction on that respawn time on top of the inherent passive that a Faramis has. So I guess we can be expecting to see Davey in a lot of these fights, being able to come back really quickly, and topped with the Purify as well to be able to get them out of sticky situations on the side of the CC from Zion.
Yep, giving you that 15% respawn cooldown. But oh, look at the other side here. Latte takes a bit of damage.
Yep, the Electro Final Blow popped by Joxxx here, but in the back, it's going to be Azura X taken down by Enya, already called Alta Pop to give them some more space to aggress. Joxxx puts down Latte. SUPERGIRL having to use the Blazing Duet to try to fend off the members from SMG. But again, Zion seems to be losing out in these fights.
Exactly. I mean, we saw Zion ganking up at the bottom lane 4v2, and then it just turned around just like that. SMG with a really great turnaround there. And look at the map once again, ladies and gentlemen. SMG, they have the map control this time. They're just going to secure this second turtle for themselves with 0 contest.
Yeah, they're already
Azura X is kind of low.
Exactly. I mean, they have successfully pushed Azura X out of the zone. So we'll see. SUPERGIRL is hanging around the area. Whether he chooses to try to pull something off, but he does not have his ultimate up. So it's going to go the way of Joxxx once again. Second turtle in the bag.
Exactly, and it does seem like Joxxx is going to be invading, but Tier 1 turret finally going down at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Wow, SMG, they're starting to snowball. We can see a tiny bit of snow right now. Enya is getting stronger and stronger, but we all know that Bruno takes a little bit of time, and that late game Bruno is going to be definitely hurting towards the side of Zion, but you do have a rock hard tank. Literally, you do have a giant walking rock. But on the side of SMG right here, all they need to do is hang on to this lead and just push on. They can just easily close the game.
Yeah, they have a 3k gold lead now in their favor. And looking at the junglers, Joxxx is actually 2 levels up above Vanix. So even though they both have the Demon Slayer emblems, so far they haven't been able, Vanix hasn't been able to match up, especially with those turtle takes. So right now they're trying to convert that into something else. Joxxx brawling it out with Wonderstruck here to buy some time for Enya to take this tier 1 turret up top. Even more map pressure. Now Zion's trying to repeat the aggression on the bottom, but will they be able to do so?
Oh, Vanix just nearly running away. Nearly dies though, but uses the enhanced escape right there with that Julian. But all that it seems, 30 seconds till the Lord, 35 seconds till the Lord comes down. As you can see on the map right now, SMG, they are gallivanting. They are grouped up and they are ready to take the third turtle of the game. And that's where they're just going to run away with the lead. They're just going to keep on running.
They're rotating now to the top side, trying to potentially zone out Zion because the next Lord is coming up soon. Can they get
charge.
this by the knockup though? By the wild charge onto Enya, they fight back. Here comes the real manipulation, zones out the members of Zion and the cult altar as well. So Zion forced into a retreat and they have no answer. Supergirl pops the blazing duet. He has to run away. Battle mirror image successfully gets him out safely.
Honestly, during that fight, Derry was the one that was the most impactful. Popping the cults out right at that very last moment during that engagement, opening up real world manipulation coming out from Joe. That was all well organized. That was perfect coming out from SMGSG.
Yeah, I mean, right now they've opened the map so much with these fights, but Derry in some trouble. Oh my goodness!
He
just
doesn't
a
even pop
little
the call
bit of
order.
it. He just, yeah, he doesn't. I guess. If he, yes, he seems to have it.
Yeah.
But does not use it. I think it has been so monumental in changing the tides for them in team fights. So for him to pop it just on himself alone would probably be a waste. So recognizing that ultimate timers are very, very crucial for them here and choosing to save that. Right now they're grouping up middle.
They're all grouping up at middle right now. SMGSG, Enya just showing his face, trying to bait in the rest of Zion, but Zion, they're not going to take the bait. Azura X did take the bait though.
The pull in by Derry there will help to put him down. So one member short once again. Run on the bottom side. This is why they picked the Masha as well. He's just so good at cutting away from the team. And this, honestly, Zion, they are so choked up now.
They're choked up. They are playing on SMG's tempo right now, and SMG, they have them by the neck. Look, tier 2 turret going down at 8 minutes only. They could potentially go for the fastest game now, but that's, that's a little bit far-fetched, I gotta say. But SMGSG right now, they are looking strong and dominant right now. They have a huge lead. 7k lead in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Enya is coming online. He's at level 11. Look at Joxxx, level 12, and Vanix, level 10. Like you said, SCRUBBYCHEEKS, they are having a 2-level deficit right now.
Not just a deficit in terms of levels, the real world manipulation opens up the fight here. Joxxx dives right into the backline to try to catch Zion. It's gonna be space earned. Again, Supergirl, the re-engage with the blazing duet, but the wave of the world will catch him off guard. Takes wonderstruck along with him to the grave. 2 members down on the side of Zion, so the Lord is gonna go into the opening hands of SMG.
Throughout that whole fight, Enya was just poking and poking and poking. There was so much positional play there coming out from Enya. Look at the amount of damage that Supergirl took from Enya's soccer ball.
More balls being put out here onto Azura X, forces him to back away from the objective. And so Zion, they are left, they are so starved. I mean, we know Supergirl on the clock is going to be a late game play.
It's definitely
but
gonna be late game
at
play.
this moment, we're 9 minutes and already he doesn't have the space to come out and farm. What can Zion start to look at here?
Honestly, Zion, what can they play now is looking for a tiny little bit of skirmishes, trying to get a little bit of kills here for the team, try to create some space, but we do have the waves crashing in on and on and on, along with the level 1 lot on the tier 3 top turret right now. But SMG, on the side of Zion, all they have to do right now is just play passive, play for the kills, but their call altar is just there to deny everything.
And the thing is, Zion, they play for the burst as well, right? You have Latte, you have Supergirl with that one-hit blazing duet. The thing is, with the call altar, the moment you use that, you burst that down, they kind of run out of skills to be able to continue fighting this. So a prolonged fight does not really work out in their favor or has not seemed to work out. And Enya now, 5-0 and 2.
Wow. That's a marksman's dream right there in MPL. Okay, we have the Lord marching down onto the tier 1 top turret right now, and it does seem like it's gonna be free and easy, free real estate here. Good pull back onto wonderstruck.
He tries to go for something in the flank here, but it's not working out. The members of Zion, they are clumped up trying to defend this, but SMG focus, laser focus on this base turrets here. No Guardian's Bearer can prevent this siege onto Zion as they continue on. The called altar, the real world manipulation. Supergirl tries with a last-ditch effort, but Enya will take the better of him here and put him down. Together with the core, it is a convincing victory coming from SMG.
Wow. I might have jinxed it, but that was an 11 minutes game.
Very, very quick. I mean, we looked at, I think the shortest game we talked about earlier was about 10 minutes, so this comes really close to that.
10 minutes and 20 seconds was the fastest game recorded in this season MPL SG, but 11 minutes coming out from SMG. That was so